Good evening, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Boys soccer regional action last night. Forest Park shuts out Northeast DuBois 3-0. Gus Hagedorn, Noah Muller, and Luke Hagedorn had the goals. The Rangers will now play Southwestern in the regional final on Saturday afternoon over at Cedar Crest. Meanwhile, girls regional opener tonight for the Jasper Wildcats. The Cats travel to Monrovia. Championship of the girls also on Saturday as well. Jasper boys tennis back in the state finals. The Wildcats will play Noblesville in the quarterfinals at Center Grove tomorrow afternoon at noon. The Wildcats beat the Memorial Tigers 3-2 to win the semi-state last Saturday. The Tigers and the Wildcats split two previous meetings this season. Jasper coach Scott Yarborough on how the Wildcats were able to win the rubber match and the battle with the Millers tomorrow.
Played them twice during the season. We went down to Memorial about 4 weeks ago when they were missing one of their singles players. We beat them 3-2. We knew we caught a break with the one young man not playing. When it came to the week later, we played them in the SIAC final, and they were at full strength, and they handled our singles pretty easily. I mean, we won both doubles comfortably. They won all three singles comfortably, so we knew once the semi-state draw came out that we had our hands full. We did not look past Lagodi in the regional, but we knew that to get past Memorial, we were going to have to flip a singles match. And God love Kurt Gutgsell. I would say if you put an order of the singles matches we thought we would flip, Trey may have been number 3. But we had a good game plan going in. I felt like we gave each kid a good game plan. I felt like we didn't overcoach them, gave them some basis to work on. And more than anything else, I think it was a young man who had his best day as a tennis player at Jasper in the semi-state against a kid he had not had a lot of success against. I thought he served well. I thought he kept his composure well. I felt he fed off the crowd instead of getting nervous about the crowd. I think that he fed off of that. We brief conversations at the fence because he knew exactly what to do. We had a nice conversation on the 10-minute break and played such a wonderful third set. I mean, I've been coaching now for 26 and I've been playing tennis for probably 40-some, and that is as good of a win in that situation as I've ever coached, seen, been a part of in this program.
You guys just grinded out all season long. Why has this team been so successful?
I don't think they know anything different, to be honest with you. I told somebody the other day, I'm not sure how we got here. Honestly, they don't practice real well at times. It's been a frustrating fall for me and the coaching staff. But they go out and they compete. They bicker at each other a little bit. It's almost like they do the bickering and the negative compliments is their incentive to do well. I've not had a group like this before, but when it's time to play and compete, they do a really good job. The Lagodi match, we beat Lagodi 5-0. We didn't beat Lagodi 5-0 last year. We had 4 new guys in the lineup, and you come into a semi-state when you're probably the underdog and find a way to win a 3-2 match to send you back to the state finals. Something about them, something about this group. And we only got one senior, so maybe it's a little bit of a youth movement. Maybe it's just one of those things that was meant to be kind of thing. I can't put my finger on it, to be honest.
Your thoughts on Noblesville and what kind of team they are?
I got a feeling, and I've talked to a couple coaches now, I think they're a little bit like us. It looks like they've been relying a lot on their doubles for points. Maybe not in every match, but in a lot of matches. They've got a lot of wins out of their 3 singles. I do think their 1 and 2 singles are also something that that we're going to have to keep our eye on. We've built our program over the year on depth. It sounds like Noblesville's built their program a little bit on depth. And they're riding a nice positive wave too. The first time, I think, maybe a sectional regional and a semi-state championship. Chris Pyle is doing a nice job up there. He's kind of a new coach in our system and all that. So I look forward to a really good match. I know we're ranked a little bit ahead of them, but I also know who they've played and who they've beaten. I think it'll be a really good match. Hopefully the weather helps us out and we can still keep that outdoors.
The state semifinals and finals will be on Saturday. The Indianapolis Colts are placing their starting quarterback on injured reserve. Anthony Richardson will miss at least the next 4 games with a right shoulder injury after being put on IR. Richardson sustained an AC joint sprain during Indy's Week 5 victory over the Tennessee Titans. The team has been consulting with doctors to determine the length of Richardson's absence, but expect him to miss between 4 and 8 weeks, depending on rehab and whether surgery is required. 4th overall pick from the draft, has thrown for 577 yards and 3 touchdowns to go along with an interception this season. He also has 4 touchdowns on the ground. Indianapolis at 3-2 will visit Jacksonville on Sunday afternoon. The Chiefs and the Broncos will play Thursday night football. The game will be in Kansas City. The Chiefs are 4-1 on the season, while the Broncos have started at 1-4. Stay tuned. We'll have more WJTS 18 news right after this.